my thing is, where did he had to see that we could raise that kind of money being the commissioner to be able to get that back to the conference. And he said, how many years?
10.
So that's $3 million a year we would have to give away. And we got 12 teams. So you divide that into the meal, what we got here, Coach? A couple $100,000.
Major includes a mathematician because Major just bought $300,000 per year for each school.
Yeah, there you go.
Good job, Major.
Yeah, there you go.
But so, I think, but you know what, and I want to be accurate because one thing I don't want to do is misquote. But I thought what I saw, because I was going to, when you mentioned that, I was actually going to watch that again and actually read. I like to read stuff. But from my understanding, he said some of that was going to be covered via the money that we get from the tournament, the NCAA tournament, that was going to help offset some of that money.
Now what he did say each school has to pay, he said scale factors into what is required for each school to pay. Now, what scale they're using, I have no idea what he's specifically talking about. He says, but he's simply saying, and this is how I looked at it, the more a school pays out in NIL, that increases their portion of the house settlement that they have to pay. That's just kind of what I read into it. That's not anything that's concrete or anything, but I don't know any other scale they could be working off of, to be perfectly honest with you, other than what NIL payments are being made to students.
Hey, Rocky, pull this comment up for Major. Coach, I'm going to let you go, but I'm going to, because I do know that. We talked about this. Go ahead, Coach.
What? What? My question
I was going to answer this question.
Go ahead, Coach. Now you can have up to 105 players on money, so you can sign as many as you can with the scholarship money that you have. Of course, some schools don't have 63 full scholarships. I think they might have got Valley up there or Pine Bluff. I know we're lacking a little bit. But if so, even though if they have 50 scholarships, they still could give kids money up to 105. So recruiting will expand. They'll be able to pick people up in the fall, the summer, the spring. So recruiting almost don't ever stop.
Now let me say this, Coach, because I can't remember the coach that we had on. I want to say it was Tremaine Jackson, if I'm not mistaken. But he mentioned that because of the 105 expansion, there were really some
to just get kids, 30 kids a year. You can switch your whole program out if you want. But I know, you still got the APR thing that's kind of working. They kind of put that in the back burner, but I think it's a good deal.
So, Coach, I talked to a guy from Oklahoma State that's basically their GM and capologist, Mr. Wright, that works along with Mike Gundy. And I say capologist because he really says his team evaluates players and puts a value on each player. I say that to say this. With the framework that the SWAC is, that the SWAC has, is it in their best interest to hire a guy who is a GM who evaluates talent and puts a value on each player in position?
That's a position that, especially in the HBCU realm, that they can do without. Because one of the things, too, we ain't got no money to give to them anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
but what I'm saying with having ability to award 105 scholarships, should they expand their scouting operation is all I'm saying.
Oh, well, that could be true because, now you recruit year round and there's guys out there we call them groundhogs that you can pay a little money to, that while your coaching staff is coaching during the spring, they out hunting, you know what I mean? And you got eyes everywhere. That has happened, but that's building relationships as well. of recruiting at certain high schools and getting kids and bringing them in, and then the coach see how.
And I'll say this again: the win the SWAC championship got at a quarterback.
Right.
On this list, well, I guess Alabama A&M was brought the guy coming up. But I'm talking about the only person on this list that knows who their quarterback is 100% is Jackson State. Point blank, period. So I think what they're looking at, what I was impressed about, and again, we'll break this down. I saw their offense, they had an all SWAC first team tight end, the 2 wide receiver, the quarterback, but they didn't have as many all SWAC defensive guys, which I was on first team, which I said, okay, that might be opportunity. And I said they're not going to have good players, but they lost a lot of guys on their defense. They had a hell of a fight just like what we did. The thing about with us, hey, man, it's simple. Coach Cozy talked about it. He got 7 guys in there going to be a quarterback. Who's going to play quarterback? The great thing about it is we got a great home schedule. Everybody we got to beat, they got to come to Tallahassee. So as far as that, yeah, I think this lines up the way it's going to be. And again, Alabama, and Coach, you know this, Alabama State, they've lost coaches, and he going to clean house because of the guys he brought. So that's what's so great. You know what's so great, what you just said, and this is what's so great about how the SWAC is and how it's set up right now. And even on the West, what you're going to pull up. If that means we're going to have competitive games. We're going to have a lot of competitive games. And that's what I think, what I saw based off of just looking at how the conference breakdown, all SWAC team. Nobody, like Jack State a year ago, they were stacked on both sides, all conference. Year ago, we were stacked. We had offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. You could start look and say, you could just start counting all conference. What's still doing them? They had all those all conference. This year, it was spread all over the conference. A couple of guys had a couple of guys here, a couple of guys there, things like that. So, yeah, I think that, yeah, Coach told us, hey, we better get ready to buckle up. That's their motto. We buckling up. So, hey, let's get it.
All right, here's the West. To me, this is gonna be the highlight of the whole SWAC, this West. Again, not that the East has great teams as well, but
line one, boy. Line on them boys. I'm gonna tell you, you talking about Phyllis was hurt when they saw 3 and had all going in front of that man. There was nothing fun. The whole PV Nation had they face dropped. Now, here's the thing about with Southern, which to your point, Rocky, and everything. Because that is there, them Southern folks going to expect us to stay there. And I mean every game. Now, you talk about the hot seat where every game is going to matter. But here's the thing, what this also says, that the West just is not as good as they thought they were. Because, you know, we're improving all that. Because, again, look at Grambling. Do you understand, Coach, when is the last time you ever saw Grambling looking up with Texas Southern and Prairie View above them? I literally watched a Grambling guy on Lionel's show. Couldn't even defend the G right. This is the first time in history that the G is looking.
They beat them in overtime. And you got 12 coaches that voted them number 1 in the West. I just don't get it. Come on. I was at that game, Edwin. I was at that game. Y'all ran one play the whole game, and the game was decided in the fourth quarter. Come on now. Let's be honest. I was at that game.
Let me just give some perspective to something. Let me pull this up. Because this is what I'm talking about. Hold on. Let me share this.
Let me say this, though.
Okay.
All 6 of these teams, it's like putting them in a throwing some dice and putting them in a cup and throwing it out, and whatever comes, you know, like some things that what they call it.
Act like that this was like rolling folks, man. Come on. Listen to what I say, not hear what I said. I literally just said that. Good teams win those games, bad teams lose them. But what I'm saying is based off of, if you compare their schedule to Jackson's schedule last year when they were rolling people, FAMU schedule when they was rolling people, that's what I'm talking about. You can tell the difference. When you guys, and all you guys, when you guys were rolling people, there's a difference. So I'm just saying there were games that Prairie View thought they were going to win that game. Texas Southern had the game won.
So let me, can you scroll down? Is the SWAC championship on this schedule?
Oh, yeah, it's on there.
Can you scroll it down and show that? Because I think that is important right there.
That was 13 to 41.
Yeah. And again, that was telling to what said last year, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a caller, 8182. You're live on HBCU Coaches Corner. Hey, you calling from the 504? Tread lightly.
Here go the summer, folks. Bring it in.
Nah, y'all need to stop.
Here you go. Here you go.
Y'all need to stop. Cause y'all know who this is right here.
Yeah. We know.
Yeah.
And y'all need to stop.
Coach Green,
stop.
just tell me why Southern is going to repeat as West champs.
Did we not win the West last year?
Coach, so that's how this works, Coach. You won last year, so you're going to win this year. That's how it works in the SWAC.
As I recall, I remember Coach Cole and all the rest of you saying, "Oh, we not winning the SWAC. We not winning the West." And what we did, we won the West.
Yeah. Hey, Coach, with a monkey toe,
tell us that a kid that ain't hardly played all year is going to come into the SWAC championship game and the best team in the country, and what was the score, 41-13?
Yeah,
and make almost a 30-point difference. Come on, man.
I'm gonna ask you, Coach Cole, did you watch the game?
Come on, yeah. You know,
did you watch the whole game?
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Yes. The whole game.
Before the quarterback change, before that quarterback change, what that game was looking like?
Well, it was even, yet both teams were sparring. It was close first because I think that my man had to adjust. I think I'm not going to say immaturity because that's the wrong word. I think Coach had to adjust and say, look, it's more important that we win the game than
we used our tight ends more, and he was hitting the tight end. So all I'm saying is, it's a possibility the game could have been different if Woods would have played.
Well, let me say this. I said last year I wasn't a believer in Terrence Graves and the staff. He proved me wrong. I wanted him to come on the show so that I could personally tell him, Coach, you proved me wrong, and congratulate him on winning the SWAC West, because they definitely did that, right? But Green, how you won the SWAC West matters. How you
it don't. No, it don't.
No.
Who won it?
No. Hold on. Let me say something. Let me just back up. Did you beat a team with a winning record?
Yes.
Which one?
Who?
Sure. What have they done what have they done as a coaching staff or from a personnel standpoint that has you believing that they're going to win again this year? That's what I asked you. And you said we won last year.
I'm gonna tell
you don't get any win. None of those wins last year gonna count, Coach.
Year, right?
None of those wins last year gonna count.
That's last year. That's last year. Of course, that's last year. We won last year. That's over with. It's a new year. Everything is new. We're gonna find out in the MEA SWAC Challenge what type of team we had. And the next game, you're gonna find out what type of team you have. Everything is a game by game thing.
Coach Green,
I feel good about the recruiting class. I saw a recruiting class.
Green, you made a great
and everything.
Coach Cole is asking you a question.
You're making a great point.
Go ahead.
This open game will tell what.
But they practice. I don't know what go on in their practice.
Wait, man, Coach, you ain't called down there to find out. You ain't called down there to find out what's going on.
Hey, Coach Cole.
I'm way in Florida now. I'm in Florida now.
Coach Cole.
I'm way in Florida. It's hard to.
Coach Cole, you're going to have to get Trey Oliver on here so Coach Green can be told what they doing in North Carolina so that he can know what they doing in Raleigh. He want to know what they doing in Raleigh so he'll know what Southern going to do. Because I don't know what's happening in Raleigh got to do with what Southern going to do.
No, I ain't talking about Raleigh. I'm telling you, I don't know what going on. I don't know what's going on in their practice. But all I'm saying is I like their recruiting class. I feel like we got a good chance to win the game. That's all I'm saying. On paper, we look good, but everything will be.
They'll be all right.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's
wait. Let's
get Coach Green a break, man.
Wait a minute before you let it go. Hold on. Wait a minute. Coach Green, you still there?
Good.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, let's cut this, because when we were going into our year, our Celebration Bowl year, we knew we had a team to win a championship. Jackson State, them 3 years that they've been to Celebration Bowl, they knew going into there that they were going to have a championship. So I don't want to hear what you say. So I'm going to ask you this question, point blank, period. Is this team a team that's going to win the SWAC based off of what you see?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, yeah. We're gonna break down, because I looked at that recruiting class. I just want to see, because y'all signed a bunch of high school players and a bunch of junior college guys. But we're gonna break that down when we break this down. So yeah, I want you to stand on that, because if you had
I remember this, because y'all do that again and we went up winning, I would love to hear y'all excuse.
Oh, well, listen, you know what's so arrogant about that statement? Let me tell you something. Them 3 games that y'all won in overtime, it was a coin flip. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to give it to you because you won it, but don't act like you were confident, because you weren't. Because if you were watching those games, there was no way you were like, yeah, we're winning this game.
And then,
all I'm saying is, did I not, when y'all said we wasn't going to win, but when y'all said we wasn't going to win, did I not say we were going to win?
You said you were going to be FAMU. You said you were going to be FAMU.
And then get beat 51-7.
I was wrong. I was wrong.
Man, that's easy. Everybody's going to say that.
I was wrong.
Hey, do you have an idea?
I was right about the SWAC championship.
Coach Green, do you have an idea what's going to happen on September 27th at Mumford Stadium?
At Mumford Stadium?
Yeah.
A win.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Jackson State, y'all hear that?
Hey, it's a win in Mumford. It's a win in Mumford.
I got it. All right. You heard it here first on HBCU Coaches Corner.
Tell them to take your sunglasses off.
Hey, thank you, Coach Green, for calling. Hey, Coach Green, confident. Hey, them Southern guys, I got to give them credit. Hey, they got belief in Southern.
But you know what? But no, they should. But they should, because it's Southern. And that's why I love Southern people. But what is funny, though, but here's the thing. As they say, as you like to say, that boogeyman lives up there up I-55. And Coach knows this. It goes in spurts like this. It's never been, I win, you win, I win, you win. It's really gone. Somebody rips off 8, 9 in a row. Somebody rips off 6, 7 in a row. So it's kind of funny that this kind of over the last, I want to say, probably 40 years, right, Coach? It's never been. It's always been somebody goes on a run. Because I think, and some people can answer this, I think, what did y'all beat Jackson State 8 years in a row before Dion got there? I think it was like 8 years in a row.
In the 80s, Jackson State, then Grambling came back, then Southern took over in the 90s, up to the 2000s. Then Alcorn took over for a little bit. Yeah, it's once school get it get about a 3 or 4 year roll.
Yeah. So it's a huge rivalry, but it's never been one of those ones where you like every year somebody.
So you on this one you can't just throw out the records.
No, not even close. Usually the best. It is very rare the best team does not win that game. It is very. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of when it's really been an upset. Going back, it's usually the best team has won that game.
So you say on the 27th of September.
Well, the crazy thing about it is just no explosive offenses but Jackson State. What offense out of the 12 teams besides if you move Jackson State that's explosive? It ain't none. Everybody don't have a major quarterback but Jackson State. Everybody switch quarterbacks like they switch tailbacks. And I'm gonna say as a coach, that has something to do with continuity of how your offense moves. You can't, you can do it, but you ain't gonna be successful. You can't rotate quarterbacks like that and be successful. I don't know too many teams that can do that or have done that and was successful.
And Coach, hold on, I want to make one point. It's not over rotating coach, but quarterback that actually help that are inexperienced. How many people are going to win with inexperienced coaches? Not even a rotate, just the inexperienced.
On any Saturday, they could beat somebody. I feel the same way about Alabama A&M. If they were on the west side, I would put them at number 1 because they consistent. You know what I mean? Of course, Jackson State. I think with Sam Shade coming in the league, I know one thing about Sam Shade. He's going to have a great running game, and he's going to play solid defense. I know that for a fact. You know what I mean? When you look at on the only thing I can go on the west side that I would put my money on, of course, is Prairie View and Tremaine Jackson. He's a national championship coach. He knows what he's doing. Everywhere he's been, he's won there. He knows the conference. When you look at his roster, he brought 8 guys from a national championship team, you know what I mean, along with some of his coaching staff. And I know you guys got to get ready. He ain't going to build his team off of high school. He's going to build his team off of experienced kids. And one thing I know, that east side, I ain't ready to make no prediction.
No.
I got to read some more literature. You know, if I was making one tonight, you know, I got to go with what I know on that west side.
I tell you, if we would have got that kid from Kent State, that all-conference player from Kent State, this would have been a different conversation. Because he would have probably been the best quarterback. Because I mean, he played at the FBS level. He was all-conference player. That would have been interesting. That would have been interesting.
So, like I say, I just don't make sense of this. You know, Southern. You know, I don't want to keep beating it over the head, but I understand what Coach is saying about Prairie View. They don't want to buy into the bravado. They don't want to feed into the momentum that Prairie View has built. And I get it. I get it. But you really put 2 coaches, I think, on a hot seat.
There was some people against it. Nothing personal. I think he has to win to stay there. Coach at Alcorn State, you know, he has to do better. You know what I mean? He can't come at the bottom, you know, but I think they will still give him a one more year. I think Pine Bluff, I think he's on the hot seat. I don't think he can finish last again and stand. I mean, with he coming in his 3rd year, right? And 2 of the 3 years he was at the bottom. So Rocky, get ready to get your caravan or your merry-go-round of these coaches. You know, we might lose 2 or 3 next year.
Wow!
If they don't win,
I'm gonna put it out here right now. Unfortunately,
in the 2 games or 3 games, I'm saying you're going from a losing season to a winning season, like a 6-5 or a 7-4. That's what you got to look for these teams at the bottom. If not, you're gonna be it'll be the caravan tree again that we're gonna be getting new coaches in.
Yeah, like I say, I want Coach Graves to come on HBCU Coaches Corner and explain to us how he was able to be so successful last year playing all those close games. And I want him to come on and explain to us why we should believe that Southern University can win the SWAC championship next year. I would love for him to come on and do it. I know he's, he's got a little issue.
We're going to reach out, though, Coach. We're going to reach out.
I mean, because he, Coach, to be honest with you, he worked a miracle last year.
In our conference, that you win 3 overtime games.
Yeah.
You know, that's big.
Let's be clear, the game, and let's be clear, all 3 of those games, they were down. Not that the team came back tired and then they went. They were down all 3 of those games.
Yeah.
So credit to them. I mean, like I say, good teams win, bad teams lose them.
Yeah. And
we all good, Coach.
All right. Hey, guys, man, we done had another great show. We got started a little earlier. We'll all get together and set a date to come back, man. We came back today to really have a conversation with Coach Morgan. He wasn't able to make it, but we certainly appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us tonight. Like always, man, I want to thank Coach Cole for coming on and Mr. Campbell.
Make sure you get with your friends and tell them to subscribe to our show. We're looking for the numbers. We will read off the numbers of what our last year numbers were, and they'll be surprised. We will pleased with them, and we got them good numbers because of your support. Thank you, and see you.
There it is.
Good, Campbell.
Go ahead, Campbell.
Well, I just want to say something to my Southern people. First of all, we appreciate you all. And like I said, a little bit of it is teasing, but Southern's a great program. And I'll say this, we need the blue blood teams to be good. I want Southern to be good. I want Grambling to be good. I want Jack State to be good. I want FAMU. And then we need those teams to grow, like when you bring in a Coach Jackson, bring Prairie View up. We got E-Rob down there at Alabama and my boy T-Buck. Because the conference, when it's good from top to bottom, that makes great football. So what we want to see every game that's ever played, that we want to see great football. So that's really what I care about. So Southern, hey, it's no shade to you guys. Like I said, you guys were champions in the West. They got you picked the champions again. What I will challenge you on is now to make that next step and get to
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.